Hey guys, James and Mark here with another mukbang. Please subscribe, we're on the road to 20K, and today we are doing lobster lollipops.
Oh my gosh.
I am floored at how gorgeous these look on camera and in person. You guys, I'm just speechless. This is so beautiful.
It's actually unique. I don't know. It is pretty.
I feel like if you're on a cooking competition, you would definitely win whatever challenge it was. If we could submit our mukbang channel to like the Emmys, this would be the episode I would submit because this is just artistry to the next level.
It does look pretty. It does look restaurant quality.
Yeah. And the fun thing about today's video is we're eating it lollipop style, which I don't think I've ever had lollipop lobster. I've had, what's the other one called? The chicken wing.
Oh, chicken
lollipops? Chicken
yeah.
lollipops? They
chicken
like
lollipop,
scrape
yeah.
all of the parts, get
Yeah.
a bone. And so I guess this is a similar concept.
I was actually inspired by Mama D's World because they cook their lobster tail with the skewer to prevent it from curling. That's what they said in one of their videos.
Oh.
So then I thought about it, well, if we make it into a ball and then stick the skewer in, then maybe we could do our own lollipop versions of it.
I think you'll appreciate it because you've already gotten the messy hand part out of the way, so all we have to do is touch the stick. That's kind of doused in butter, but that's okay.
I love it. I mean, it's still better than eating, deshelling it on camera.
Yeah,
so
and
I'm excited. We also made cheesy grits with some jalapenos to accompany with our lollipop lobsters.
Yeah, super fun.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get to it. We got some wine to
Yeah.
go with our delicious meal today.
We have some white wine.
Also, we got a new wine opener.
Yeah, because ours broke and I don't know how to use this one. So I'm gonna just...
You guys are gonna see it first here.
I'm just gonna... Oh, okay, I get it. No, I'm doing it upside down. Okay.
Hey, this looks right.
It's right,
We're on the right
yeah.
track. So typically, again, I'm not a wine connoisseur,
Okay.
but I believe you drink white wine typically with seafood. That's
Yeah.
why we decided with the white wine.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited. Okay. Not too sweet, not too dry. So the end pieces. Then we're gonna do...
Oh my gosh. You guys see this? Hold on.
It's still dripping in butter.
What?
I mean, do we eat this in one bite?
I wasn't planning to, but I don't know. We'll see where it takes us.
We'll see. Cheers. Okay.
Mmm.
Mmm.
Wow.
Mmm.
Oh my god. That.
I was afraid, of overcooking it, but this is perfect.
It's perfect. It's so velvety and like luscious.
And how do you like the butter sauce?
I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you use Kerrygold, so
Yeah.
it's really hard to mess up Kerrygold, but you season the butter really nicely.
Yeah.
Two bites.
Just like that. Super easy. 2 bites. That reminds me of, I think we're aging ourselves, but there was a kind of like a Schoolhouse Rock type of cartoon style.
Is it that owl?
The owl's like, Mr. Owl, How many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Roll pop? Do you remember what the owl says? Like 1, 2, and then 3, and he eats the candy. Try this, some of this cheesy jalapeno grits. Oh yeah. It's good with the. We added a lot of cheddar cheese, and it's good with the jalapeno.
Yeah.
Right.
The jalapeno gives it a little spice and a little texture. I haven't had grits in forever.
Yeah.
I know someone on our channel, Chastity, been requesting it, so hopefully you're enjoying these cheesy grits that we're having.
Grits is so easy to make. I don't know why we don't eat it more often.
Yeah.
Right? It was really easy.
I had it in our pantry, so Mark was like, we have to pick up grits. I was like, oh, we have some, and he's like, what?
Perfect.
It's kind of like hidden in the back of our pantry.
Perfect.
I feel like you really only get to eat like lollipops at like lollipop style food at like galas and weddings. I feel like that's like the one place where you'll find.
Because it's nice finger food. Yeah. I think if we ever, because like James has been wanting to invite some of our friends over for a dinner party, like a small group at a time, not like 20 plus people come over for a potluck, but just like, hey, we'll cook you a nice dinner. Maybe, and then we'll do like a, a 5-course, not a lot, not a lot per
small
course,
plates, yeah.
Small plates, fancier. So maybe you could do the A5 steak.
Oh my
like
gosh.
a piece of that, a lollipop per person.
Are we charging people to come to this? No, this would definitely be a showstopper.
Yeah.
It was very Instagram worthy. So I almost feel like we could just open a restaurant at this point.
Huh.
I will be in charge of marketing and you'll be back of house, right?
I'm the face though. I have to be in the front house.
Yeah. Debating if I want to dip it in more butter or like let it be.
So we have the, what is this, butter sauce?
Yeah.
That we use to poach the lobster tail in.
There's extra, but even if we don't use it for this, I want to save it.
You want to save it?
I think we can use it for something.
Yeah, or we could just like,
drizzle some more on top. Oh yeah,
some
that's
more
good.
on top, right? Even though we did plenty of that already.
Just for you guys. All right, I'm gonna grab this one. It's kind of like that one game where.
Mouse? No,
the other one where Plunk.
Kaplunk. Was it ice? Like
there was an ice one, and then it's basically where there's a bunch of sticks, and then you pull it out,
yeah,
and then the marbles will fall underneath.
Right.
So, oh my gosh. Are you eating the bulby part first or the tail end first?
Whatever is first. Some of them I rotated them.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah.
We've been eating, Wagyu steak, now lobster. Like, what's left? Truffle, foie gras.
Ooh, that
Sea
sounds
urchin?
good actually. Yeah.
Like, is this like, should we do a series? It's like luxury mukbangs.
And then you buy me a Louis Vuitton wallet.
How's that mukbang?
I think the cheesy grits was a good choice for us.
I'm glad you suggested something because initially I was like, oh, we could just do the lobster, but I think you need it. Now it's like a full meal.
Yeah.
So I do want to address something. I sound like one of those YouTubers that have to address something. The last video, I know towards the end of it, if you guys even got to that part of the video, I got a little emotional. I do want to say it was not driven by the wine, just to put it out there. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for all the nice comments that people had left about that interaction, about us being deep, about us putting it all out there. So there's that part that I want to say. And then the second part was, I do appreciate you. Maybe it didn't come across the way I expressed myself in the video, but I wanted to make sure I had a chance to say it before I drink a lot of wine, and then people are like, oh, there he goes again. So
I didn't feel like you said anything bad or anything.
No. So. What can we use this butter sauce for later?
Like, shrimp scampi maybe?
Oh, we do have shrimp.
And then we just reuse that and just kind of pan fry together, and then you have another dish, right?
Where do you eat shrimp scampi with noodles? Or just
pasta, maybe?
Yeah. I didn't grow up eating grits though.
Me neither.
Did not have it till like way later on in adulthood.
I want to say one time during our college years, many years ago, I don't know why, but we with our friends we went to go eat at Magnolia Cafe, which is a diner, but it's really catered towards the older adults because right next to the diner was like a independent living for senior apartments. So we were pretty much the youngest ones in there. But anyways, you ordered grits. And that's the first time I saw anyone order grits from a restaurant before.
What I remember was I was debating about trying grits and then something else, and then the sweet lady ended up bringing me the grits on the house.
All right, you're like, should I
wasn't
order it?
sure,
Should I not?
like
And
between
then
hash
she's like,
browns and that or something.
she's like, oh, you're just a college kid. I'll just bring you a side of grits. And
Yeah.
then you're like so excited and you added salt to it and
Salt and butter.
and you were so happy.
Yeah. Well, because I guess the closest thing growing up as in an Asian household would probably be like porridge. Like the same texture, and then you kind of just, it's
Yeah.
plain, and then you add whatever.
I mean, a lot of restaurants use grits. So what used to be like known as the maybe like someone's golden years normal diet, they're just grits.
Well,
Now it's like they add like jalapeno and cheddar and
Oh,
then
yeah.
they put it on like with prawns or whatever. Like now it's like more and more restaurants are using grits as a popular trendy.
it's had a glow up, I think. I think at first we were kind of concerned the lobster wasn't going to be big enough, but I think this is a perfect size.
I think because I originally wanted like a size between like 5 to 7 ounce lobster tail. The market that we went to, they were 4 ounces, a little less than 4 ounces.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, is that big enough? But actually, for a lollipop format, now that I know, smaller the better because it's easier to roll.
Oh yeah, it was very aesthetically pleasing to see you roll it.
Was
I don't
it?
know why. It just looked like it was meant to be rolled up into a ball, and
I should have had you try it and see how you could mess it up like the California roll.
we're supposed to be positive.
No, I'm just curious. I rewatched last Monday's live, and then when you were making the California roll, like it was so funny to rewatch you not even realizing that you did it inside out.
I thought it was funny to because I rewatched it as well, and I never rewatch it, and I was just looking at your face, and I could just tell that you were trying so hard to contain your laughter because you knew I was doing it wrong. I think in general, I'm not really good at step-by-step instructional things. That's just not how I.
No, you didn't want any instruction. You're like, don't say anything, don't even smile. And I'm like trying really hard to not even react. But in my head, I was like, no, off camera, you would want me to like say something so you don't embarrass yourself. But you're like, don't say anything, don't even smile, don't even react. So I'm like, okay, so I'm just gonna let you do what you gotta do.
It brings up the good point that when you make a mistake, you tend to like remember from it more. So I think now, if I ever have to make a California roll again,
That is
I
so
will
true.
I will draw upon that, and I'm like, I do not, because the second one I made, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna let myself do that again. So then I learned.
That is the saying, you learn from your mistake, is so true. It's so true. Sometimes you call me out for being too strict or anal with the way how like the dishes go in the dishwasher or like like things like that. Well, I've only become this way because I've had to learn from the past. Like, if I don't do it this way, then that burnt on crumb is gonna it's gonna be on that pan forever. It's like if you don't wash it right away. Like things like that, you just kind of learn. So that's it.
I wonder what it did you do this yet? Where you
Eating it together.
So if you let grits sit too long, then it reminds me of like polenta cakes.
Which polenta and grits are the same thing, though. Pretty much.
Are they? They're both cornmeal?
I thought grits was cornmeal.
Well, polenta is too?
Yeah.
Why would they call it a different name? I really like this dish because I feel like I haven't eaten anything like this in a long time. This reminds me of like you're at a sit-down restaurant and you're eating something. In our state, we live in California, they already started lifting some restrictions. So even when we went to the market today, I felt like I saw more cars than usual. I know we kind of went later than usual, but there were more cars, and then the parking lot at the supermarket was a little bit more full.
Like what James said, some of the restaurants are open now, not just for takeout, but for dine-in with proper social distancing, right?
Yeah.
How soon? I mean, should we just go tonight? Like, are you ready to go to a restaurant, or do you just want to wait a little bit longer?
I don't have an urge to at this point in time.
Well, I mean, we'll still do takeout.
Oh, for sure. I guess for me, the thing I'm struggling with is like, what makes it any different than last week to be able, like, all of a sudden it's okay to go out, but I don't know if the situation's, me personally, I don't know if the situation's better. So why all of a sudden am I going to be okay sitting at a restaurant? Like, I don't have that. I don't know how you're approaching the situation.
I see it a little bit differently.
Yeah.
I see it that since we didn't know how much the COVID-19 will make an impact on the hospitals, that we had to just do something very drastic, such as restaurants, no dine-in. You know, everyone, you know, stay at home type of thing, right? Now there's enough like data to show like, okay, you know what, our hospital systems are stabilized. It's not going to become a situation where they're turning people away. So because of that, they're slowly lifting up the restriction. Not saying that it's any more or less riskier.
That's what bothers me though, is we don't know based on that fact. Like, I think the whole time the reason we've been having the restrictions is so that the hospital systems wouldn't be inundated. But if someone's asymptomatic and you could have it for like 14 days, now that we're opening, all of the cases might happen in mid-June, and then we have to go backwards in time and like restrict ourselves again. So like, I'm more like one and done. Let's just get everything done with if possible. However, I understand that there is a sense of urgency for business owners to be open again, and I don't want them to continually have to suffer through this. So it's just like, it's like a quandary. Like, I don't know if I'm good with it or not. I'm very in between, and I'm not even trying to make it a political thing. Like, me just personally.
It's not, yeah.
No, people are politicizing it, right?
Yeah.
Is that a word? Politicize?
These days, everything is political now. Like, politics was never like this. There's a clear separation with what your like moral values are and then what your political views are. Like, those two were always meant to be separate, but over the years, the lines have become very blurry with now what your moral value is has become political. So that's why it's really hard to not think of anything as political, because everything became political. Because the separation of what your moral values and political views are has kind of blended. But in the past, and it was originally designed not to even have, it was totally separate. Like, my moral values could be this, but my political view could be this. And those two were just really separate. It just became too
They're so
moralized.
intertwined right now that
Yeah.
I can't tell the difference. I think my value is whatever I can do to protect ourselves and others is what I believe in. And so if that ends up becoming this political value over this, then so be it. But I'm not even trying to attach it to any political stuff.
Right.
It's just.
But people are making it political because, like what I said, that boundary has been kind of blended. I'm okay with reopening up with proper safety measures in place.
Yeah, but I don't trust other people. That's my problem. Like, I don't trust that. Like, Mark went to the supermarket one time and this woman totally was basically breathing down his neck. So as much as we can practice what we can,
Yeah.
I don't trust them other hoes. Like, they're gonna do whatever they want, and then he's gonna bring it home, get me sick, and then we're gonna fight about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, this only works if we have more of a cooperative society. But I want to say in America, like, compared to other countries, I mean, we are cooperative, but probably not as much. Like, we just don't like being told what to do.
Like, who does though, right? I mean,
but it's for your safety, it's for your health. So I don't know, right? It's Memorial Day weekend for us, and we're not doing. Can we go hiking?
Yeah, we'll go hiking.
Okay.
Because all those grapes went straight to my love handles.
I need to have some fresh air and do something like.
You look like you're looking outside, like, oh, there's a bird. Like, I want to see the bird. Like, yeah, you're longing for, I think, outdoors. And the other day we went to In-N-Out, and on the drive there, it was like people were like outside just walking, and we never see that when it was okay to do that, right? Yeah. But now it's like people are maybe appreciating it a little bit more. Yeah. My fear is we are gonna somehow go back to the fast-paced, so busy, not appreciating every moment life that we had before this all happened. So I'm trying my best to like, what is it that we're learning from this entire experience, staying at home?
I do want to, so it's a sucky time period to be in right now, but a little part of me is I actually like this slower paced, and like I don't have to go out and see people in person because I'm naturally an introvert, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of giving me some time to recharge and re-energize before I think about, oh shit, at work I have to do XYZ. It kind of put everything on pause for me. So I'm kind of, although work is still stressful because of COVID-19, but in terms of the other aspect of it, I'm kind of appreciating it. Oh shoot, there's I was in a meeting, someone called it, there was a something guilt.
It's not survivor's guilt, it's something else. I know
it's something guilt because
you feel bad about,
because yeah, you are kind of appreciating the safe at home order because it's kind of giving me a reason to just stay at home all the time and recharge, but you feel guilty because it's not good for the whole society that everyone stays at home. So it's like this kind of guilt that you feel. There's a term for it. I totally forgot what it was.
You definitely outdid yourself. I don't even know what you can even do for the next mukbang.
Any ideas? I don't know. I really don't know.
I feel like we have so many ideas that we can't even catch up. Like everything that is downstairs in the garage /
oh shoot, we have a fondue machine, which we bought almost a year ago to do a mukbang, and we never did that. We have like a very small raclette pan.
Wait, you know, I know it's hard to like not go back to this whole COVID-19 thing, but yesterday I just started thinking about how experience with certain foods is going to be changed by this. Like, how do you, like, I'd be afraid to eat fondue with people now, or like hot pot, communal hot pot. Like, there's a lot of foods where it's just like it's gonna be different.
Also, like us humans, we are really good at going back to things how it was too. Like we forget easily.
I don't forget. You know that.
No, for example, as soon as the vaccine comes out for COVID-19 virus, like, wouldn't you be like, okay, like, now it's just, but like getting the flu. I mean,
yeah,
we get, there's, before COVID-19, there's bugs, there were germs and viruses. Like, people get flu and they die, but we got used to it and we're okay with it. And we went to buffets and had communal food. We're okay with it. What I'm trying to say is, in the near future, COVID-19 is going to be one of those, like, what we get used to and be okay with, and we're going to adjust and go back to normal.
I believe that even once the vaccine comes out, then there's going to be someone that is out there that thinks that it doesn't work. Like, people don't even believe in the flu shot. So, like, what something like this, like, they're not going to buy it either.
Yeah, that's true.
So now
I know. As you were saying that, I was like, oh shit, I actually know a couple of people who are so against flu shots, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like there's that whole like, oh, if I get the flu shot, then I'm gonna get the flu. Like, I think we're ready for the word of the day.
Yeah. So what do you want the word of the day to be?
You know, the first word that came to mind was legacy.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So I'm gonna be very interested in seeing how you guys can weave the word legacy in your comment down below.
Okay.
All right, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys subscribe, thumbs up this video, leave us a comment down below, and we'll see you guys for our next one. Bye.
Bye.